smallest table I've ever had to set up. Hi guys, so it is the weekend of my third ever convention as a small business. It's another Comic-Con, and if you guys remember from last time, my last Comic-Con that I didn't go very well. I did an anime convention at the beginning of the year which went really well, but the convention that I did, the Comic-Con, didn't. This is another Comic-Con, so I'm not sure how it's gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna be equally as disappointing as the last, or if it's going to be better. The table was cheaper this time, so there's like less profit to make. The table from last time was £80, this one's 60. The table's slightly smaller, which isn't going to affect me because last time I actually had a bit of space left on the side anyway, so I don't think I'm going to have to change my setup for it or anything. So yeah, I have no idea how this convention's gonna go, but it is tomorrow. It's in Teesside, Middlesbrough, which is a little bit of a drive away from where I live. It's gonna be the most I've ever traveled for a convention. I don't have to stay over like overnight or anything in a hotel because it's just one day. We're just gonna be driving there in the morning and then coming back on the afternoon. I'm honestly kind of not expecting much from this Comic-Con. Last time it just didn't really go very well. It was very quiet. It was very underwhelming to say the least, but I'm still excited. I think just because the first one didn't go very well doesn't mean this one won't. I'm just not sure if I have high hopes for it. It is in a university. Maybe that'll like attract more students, and that's kind of like my target demographic. I have a lot of like stationery and cutesy stuff, so maybe it will be a bit better. I'm really not sure. It's currently Saturday. It's around 3 p.m. I am gonna be packing tonight, and then I'm actually gonna be going and staying over at my mum's house tonight because she kind of lives closer to the direction we're going in tomorrow. So if I sleep over tonight, it kind of cuts out like 20 minutes, actually probably more than that, from our journey, so it will save us quite a bit of time. This morning I actually went out with a friend, and we were looking around some shops, and I found these. They're like the little foldy crates things. I've been looking for something like this for my shelves up here for like storage for so long now. I was so excited when I saw these. I had to stop myself from buying like 20 of them. Obviously, as you guys know, I am currently doing a launch, or working towards a launch, so I figured these would be really good for things like my new products as well. So I got 2 of these smaller ones, and then I got 1 of the bigger ones. I'm really happy I got these though, because a lot of my products currently, like my pencil cases, they're all kind of just lying flat there right now, which is not what I want. I want them to be up in the cases and stuff. So how do you get this in? This is kind of like what I was thinking for products. That my coasters can go in here. I was thinking for storage wise, like my pencil cases could go in this one. It's a really good size for my pencil cases. Oh, perfect. Like literally the perfect size for my pencil cases, so I can put my pencil cases there as well. Love that. That's really good. I was going to use them for keychains, which to be fair I might still have to do because I am planning in my next launch to have more sticker sheets. So I might put my new sticker sheets up here with the ones I currently have. If I do that, I'm probably going to need more of these because all of my keychains are not going to fit into these boxes because I only got 2. But these are the kind of boxes that I've wanted for my shelves for a very long time. I do plan on getting more and probably bigger ones, but I think they'll be really good for like organization and stuff. So packing for the convention. I usually take all of these with me to the convention, and I'm not doing that this time. I don't think I'm going to need all of them. I'm definitely not going to sell out if I take them all anyway. I'm going to take the Soot Sprite ones because I don't sell those on Etsy. Those are convention only. I'm probably only going to take 2 of the other ones though. So 2 Frog, 2 Strawberry Tea Party, 2 Pastel Game, and 2 Strawberry Lemonade ones. Because last time these took up an entire suitcase on their own. And I don't need this many for the convention. That's just stupid because I'm not gonna sell. I didn't actually sell. I think I sold 1 last time, just 1 tumbler. So I don't want to waste too much space. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that many because I'm not really expecting it to like be a really big convention or anything. I'm gonna be quite picky with the products that I do take. Okay, so I knew my pastel binder clips needed packaging. I'm not actually sure what else needs packaging, so I'm gonna have to take all of my products out and count everything to make sure I've got enough packaged products. My keychains are fine because my keychains are all like right here, so I can see how many I have of my keychains. I have plenty of keychains. I have enough bookmarks. I'm just gonna check my pins. I think I might be alright. The ocean boba, I only have 4 of these, but I don't think I'll sell many more than 4 anyway, so I might just like take the 4. The rest of them have like quite a few left. So pins are fine, my keychains are fine. I think that's everything. I think for a lot of my smaller products, like my pins and my keychains, I still don't really have mode of transport for them. Like I do have that blue box that I sometimes take, but it doesn't really fit keychains in. I usually put stickers and pins in there, so I'm thinking I'm gonna just use one of my packing boxes. It's quite deep. I don't use these a whole lot. I bought them and they weren't like the right size that I needed. I bought them a bit too big for what I wanted, so I don't really use these a lot, so I'm gonna use them for keychains, like reuse it. I don't actually know if all my keychains are gonna fit in here now that I'm looking at it. They might not all fit. Yeah, because I don't have that other suitcase I was using anymore. I'm having to like find other ways of like transporting my products this time around, so I'm gonna use a couple of these boxes to keep my products safe. I just finished packing, so box is packed. That's all my like display stuff, and then I've got my tumblers and mugs in there. Didn't take all of them, so there's still quite a few left here. I did take more mugs because I have specific convention only mugs. Tumblers, I only took 2 of each, except for the Soot Sprite ones. I took all of those because again, that's convention only products. And then obviously I've got this suitcase, which I'm leaving open for now because I'm still charging my little card machine over there. So there'll be a couple extra things that need to go in there. But I think I am finished now. I think it's all packed away. It was quite quick and easy, so that wasn't too bad. While my card reader's charging, I'm actually gonna get in the shower because I'm staying at my mum's tomorrow, so I'm just gonna shower tonight, ready for tomorrow. And then I'm gonna pack my bag, ready to stay over at hers, and then we'll be ready to go. Good morning, guys. Let's move away from the kettle. It's like 5:40 a.m. obviously. I got my clothes on. I still need to like do my makeup and stuff. My hair has decided today is the day when I'm not home and have none of my hair care products. My hair has decided today is the day it's going to do this to me. So I just woke up. I'm just making a coffee. Can't really talk much because we're like leaving earlier this time around because the convention's much further away. Obviously I have to get ready much quicker this time around, so I want to leave in 40 minutes. So I'm gonna have a coffee, do my makeup, and then leave. Okay, my god, oh, the light's going off. Oh no. Light, come back on. It's 22 minutes past 6. It says it's gonna be about a 40-minute drive, and we're just heading off now, so hopefully we'll get there for 7. Hopefully this goes well. I'm excited to see what the results are gonna be for this one. So we're about 20 minutes away. I wanted to leave at 20 past, so we didn't end up leaving until like 35 minutes past because we forgot to get the food from the kitchen, so we have to go back. Just took us a while to leave the house, so I'm probably not going to get there for 7, which is a little annoying because I usually take the full time to set up, like the whole 2 to 3 hours, which I don't know how. I don't have that much stuff, but it just does take me that long. One thing I did forget actually was my banner, I think, for the front of my table. So I don't have my banner, which isn't, it's such bad quality, I'm sorry. It's so dark still, but I don't have my banner because I left it. I just completely forgot that's where it was. Obviously I've not done a convention since I moved, so that's not with us, but that's fine. That's not like a big issue. That's just something that makes my table look a little bit nicer, a little bit more professional, but it's not the end of the world to not have it, so it's whatever. Not the best start to the day, but we'll see how the rest of the day goes. I'm thinking you could maybe put that on his backpack. Possibly. We don't need that. Just got to the university. It's like 20 past, so not the best. Yep, we're just got my suitcase here. We're all ready and we're just gonna head inside now. I have no idea where we're going, but yeah, I think it's through here. The table is tiny. I did only get one of them though, because I didn't realize how small they were, but I think I can make do with this. I don't think the blue boxes are going to fit at all. I don't know what I don't know.
Because like you can make like 1 or 2. We can just do like a layer like shelving system.
Not good. For reference, this is the table size. This is my small tier stand. My mum just went to get the big one as well, so this is what we're working with. It's the smallest table I've ever had to set up, so at the very least it's not going to take that long, and it's probably not going to take me the whole 2 hours because I'm not going to be able to do my usual display, but I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. So this is currently what I'm working with. It's not the worst, but I'm gonna probably build these up a little more and put some prints up and stuff and just make it look a little better, because obviously that looks really plain right now. But also, one thing I'm really mad about, I forgot to bring pastel game ones. I had them on the floor. I must have just forgot to pack them because I was going to bring 2 of each design, but I ended up bringing 4 of these because obviously these are convention only ones, so I just brought all of them. I must have gotten confused, packed 4 of those and then 2 of the rest of them, and just assumed that I also had 2 of the pastel games because there was like 12 altogether, so I just assumed I had all of them. No, I completely forgot to bring a single pastel game one, which is infuriating, so I don't know what I'm going to do with that space. I've just had to put my mugs down there, which isn't the worst. So yeah, this is what we're working with right now. I'm sure. So I'm actually trying to get rid of a lot of stuff because a lot of stuff I sell only at the convention, so I've actually marked everything down quite a lot. Like, I'm trying to get rid of all these mugs, so I put the mugs down as well. As the day goes on, if they don't sell, I'm probably gonna put them down even more. But yeah, I also might just put this as a free bin because I want all of these gone, because obviously if you guys watched the last video, I did say that I was going to do a bit of a brand refresh, so I want as many things gone today as possible that are convention only, like the coasters as well. Everything else is staying full price, like the things that I sell on Etsy are staying full price, but I want a lot of this stuff gone if I can, because I don't have anything planned next year for conventions yet. I will be putting in for certain conventions, but obviously I don't want things just lying around until next year because it takes up a lot of space. So I'm going to try and get rid of as much of the stuff as possible, but this is what it looks like. So I just finished setting up. It didn't take that long, obviously, because the table is very small. I'm just gonna go for a quick look around before everything opens. seems slightly bigger than the one I did at Newcastle, so maybe it'll be better. I just had a little look around the convention. It seems bigger than the Newcastle one, so maybe they're expecting more people. The table being small, I measured it when I bought the table, but it's a lot smaller than I expected it to be. I don't know, I guess measuring it out and actually seeing the table is different. It's not the end of the world. I got most of my products up there anyway. I didn't get my tote bags that I saw on Etsy up there. It's not the best, but it is probably my fault for just not buying 2 tables. I didn't know what to expect, because obviously when I bought this, I'd never done, when I applied for this convention, I'd never done a Comic-Con before, so I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't want to pay for 2 tables on the off chance that it just didn't turn out to be a good day. I kind of wish I had now, but it's fine. But making do with it anyway. I don't know, it felt like these tables were a bit expensive for what you get. Like, this is probably the smallest table I've ever had at any event, so it was a bit of a surprise. Obviously I had a bit of a bad morning with like forgetting some things, and the table being smaller than I expected put me in a bit of a bad mood as well, even though it like is my fault. Like, even forgetting products, that's my fault. I think that's why I got frustrated as well, because it's like a lot of it's my fault, and it's like little things that I should have known and should have picked up on, and I wish I just got 2 tables rather than just 1. Although I did hear a couple people who came, they got 2 tables, but even they were like, wow, this is a lot smaller than I expected it to be. So maybe a lot of people, maybe these tables were just a lot smaller than a lot of people were expecting. I don't think it was just me, because I've heard a couple people talk about it, but we've made do with what we've got. Setup was very quick and easy. I didn't film a lot of it because I was in a little bit of a bad mood, but maybe it'll turn out to be a really good day, I don't know. But yeah, I had a look around and it seems a lot bigger than the Newcastle one, so excited to see how it goes. I just got told by one of the people who are like working here that they're expecting 1,200 people, so 1,200 people is quite a lot. Do you remember how many people should be gone? You were there. They said like it was like 100 traders and 600 people, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah. I can't really remember myself.
I think it was something like, oh, there was 100 traders to 600 people. You can go back and watch that video. I'll link it if you want to watch that convention. The table was bigger and my setup was a little better. That might hold me back a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I should have gotten 2, but next time, if I do want to do any of these Comic-Cons again, next time I know for next time. This is the current setup behind. It's really tall. I'm probably gonna sit like at the side, do some designs, and I've got like my cash tin and stuff on, like we've got like this little bench behind us, which is actually quite helpful. We've got like teas and coffees and everything, so that's quite helpful, because at least I usually like to have a little bit of space behind my display for like putting food and drinks and stuff behind it in my like card reader and stuff. But it's quite good we're here because we have this little bench, so I like that. Legit just bad omens all around today. I went to the toilet and washed my hands in the hot tap. Like the tap was boiling, like it burned my skin, it burned my finger. I'm like, oh my god. Oh, this is not going very well this morning. Yeah, almost time to open. Someone just came by. I didn't get her name, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go see her later on, so I'll get her name then. She came by and she's like, oh, I watch you on YouTube. And I was like, oh. I've only ever been recognized twice, like by other small business owners who do conventions and stuff, so I was like, it took me like at least 5 seconds to process what was going on, and I was like, I don't know how to react. So I don't know if I came across really awkward, but yeah, that was really nice. So I'm gonna go and see her stall later. I can see that people are coming through now. They're just in the other room, because like it's kind of like a I don't think it's not like a one-way system, but I think people are just going into the big room first, and I'm kind of in the smaller room, so you can see people coming in now. So hopefully I'll be able to update you guys in like half an hour as to how it's going. I think it's just the VIPs for now until 11, and I'm very sorry about the quality of this video right now. We're in like a really dark corner of the hall, and like this color is an eyesore. It's not the best for vlogging anyway, but yeah, I can see a couple people coming in, so I'll update you guys soon as to how it's going. When my mum gets back, I might actually have her help me pull the table forward a little bit before it gets really busy, because I feel like I'm kind of slapped on the end. Like I'm on the end, but I'm also pushed back a little bit, and I'm kind of like, it doesn't really work with the flow, so I might have her slightly move the table over. Not too much, just enough so it doesn't feel like I'm just a random table on the end. There's only been a couple people that have passed so far, but I feel like right now I've been very easily bypassed by a lot of people. Like just from the first couple of people that have walked past, that's just something that I've noticed so far. So when she gets back, I'm gonna have her help me pull the table forward just a little bit, because obviously I don't want to be bypassed that easily. I just feel like I'm a little bit hidden, a little bit pushed into the corner, so yeah.
Just like little coffee.
I'm gonna sit down. Standing up feels too, like, I don't know, forced. Is that the right word? I haven't had anyone come by yet, so I'm just gonna sit down and do some art. I always, whenever I do markets or conventions, I've always got this issue where I'm like, if I sit down, is it too informal? Like, do I look too relaxed? Like, am I less approachable sitting down or standing up? That's my issue. I feel like when I stand up, I'm too, like, people get scared to come over because I'm just standing there, and then if I sit down, I feel like people don't see me, or like they want to come over because I'm not like I don't know. It's just a weird one for me. I just can never figure out what's the right option, especially because this time I have to sit at the side of my table and not behind. It feels like I'm just right out in the open. But I would like to work on some sticker sheets while it's still quiet. It's been about half an hour. It's been 35 minutes and I haven't had really anyone come by yet. It's not too busy yet. Like, there are quite a few people, but it's the VIPs right now. It hasn't actually fully opened until 11. It's the VIPs right now that have come in, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. But it's quiet now, so I'm gonna get some drawing done. You guys may remember this if you joined my live stream. You guys may remember this sticker sheet that I was doing in my live stream. Still haven't finished it. Yeah. Thank you very much. So I just sold, it's 11, so the VIP people, like, they've had their hour, so everyone else will be allowed to come in now, so hopefully it'll get quite busy. It's already kind of busy actually. I sold a tote bag and I sold a mug, which is great news because those are the two things that I want to sell. If the tote bags sell quite well, because the couple people that have come over so far have all pointed out the tote bags and like how they're quite cheap because they're £5. So I'm trying to get rid of these ones. If it clears up space and I do end up getting rid of these tote bags, I'll probably put my other tote bags up, but put them up for like full price later on, so that's my plan. But yeah, I have sold a mug and a tote bag, which is great because I do want those to be sold today, so I don't have to take them back home with me. So it's about 11:30, I think. Yeah, 11:30. I've just spent the last hour or something just doing some sketches for my sticker sheets that I'm working on. Had a couple people come by. I've sold a couple of things. Been selling things that I don't usually sell, so that was awesome. It is getting really busy now, and my mum said that when she went to the window, apparently there's like a big line outside, so it is getting very, very busy. There's a cat. I'm gonna go see the cat. Hold on. Sorry, there was a cat. I was not gonna not see the cat. It's getting very, very busy. It's probably way busier than the Newcastle one was so far. I'm gonna stop drawing for now because it is getting a little bit busy, so I'm gonna try and be a bit more focused on the people that are walking by rather than just sitting there drawing. So I'm gonna stop drawing for now, but if it gets quieter later on, I'll probably go back to it because I've got a lot of sticker sheets that I really want to get done, and I haven't even gotten the sketches for them sorted, so it'd be nice to get some of that done today. But obviously if it's busy, I'm not gonna draw if it's busy. I'm gonna focus on the people that are buying from me. It's around 12 o'clock now, and I have had probably, I don't want to say more than the Newcastle one. I think it's honestly been about the same. I haven't really made that much so far. It is probably busier, but it hasn't been as good as I would have liked at this point. It could get a lot better later on, I have no idea, but right now I'd say I'm like kind of in the middle with it. I'm kind of like, it's been alright, but it could have been a lot better so far. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. It's like lunchtime, so I'll probably eat soon. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm not feeling this one as much. sales at this convention than I did at the last Comic-Con that I did, but I don't think they've been like any more like, I haven't sold any tumblers. If I could sell a few tumblers or something, that'd be really good. I've sold a lot of tote bags. Obviously they're only £5, so I'm not making like a lot of profit off of those. I just kind of want them gone because I can't sell them on Etsy, and I haven't got any like conventions or anything planned for the next, actually I have already planned basically for next year yet. I will be doing them next year, but I just don't want them sitting around the house and like just in storage for like months and months and months. Like I said, with doing like a rebrand and everything soon, I kind of just want to get like rid of as many products as I can and like kind of like start over in a way. So those have been selling very well. The mugs have been doing quite well as well, but like I said, they're really cheap. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. So we just had a massive rush again. That's probably the biggest rush I've ever had, like since doing events. Like that was crazy. Everyone is like paying with cash today, which is fine, but like it's kind of hectic because I'm having to use my calculator and then get the right change. I'm almost out of change completely because I don't usually use this much. So a little crazy, a little hectic. I'm also not great at math. Also, I just want to say something. There's a pink-haired girl. Completely forgot to get a name because I'm terrible with asking people for names. She came to my table and she's like, oh, I recognize you from TikTok and YouTube. If you're that girl, it was very nice to meet you, and I'm very sorry if I was acting a bit strange. I'm so not used to people recognizing me, so like I've had it happen 3 times now throughout 2 years of doing YouTube, and every time it happens I freeze up because I just never expect it. Like I don't, it just, I don't know. It's really great though. I'm really happy that I get to meet you guys in person as well. But I'm very sorry about that. I was just so frazzled because I've never had such a big rush like that before, so I was kind of panicking a little bit, but it was very nice to meet you, and I hope you do very well with the conventions that you're going to be doing in the future as well. Yeah, big rush just now. Probably the most I literally had a queue at one point. Never have I ever had a queue at my shop, in my stall. It was insane. But yeah, just people are paying with cash. I have a lot of notes, but not a lot of change, so yeah. But it has turned around a lot. It's gotten a lot better, so I'm very happy about that. I'm excited to see how much we make from this. So it's gotten a lot quieter, but for like the first time in any event that I've ever done, I'm kind of glad for it because it got really busy before, so I'm kind of happy to have a couple of moments to myself to recuperate. I do hope it gets a bit busier again later on. I wouldn't mind making a bit more money. I don't think I've made more money than I did when I went to ChibiCon in March. I don't think I'm going to surpass that because when I did ChibiCon, I sold a lot of tumblers there, which are like £22 each, right? I haven't sold a single tumbler yet. I sold a lot of mugs, but I priced them all down specifically to get rid of them, so I don't actually know if I will end up selling any tumblers or not, which sucks. Yeah, I've made a lot of sales, but like again, a lot of the sales that I have made are all small sales. They're not like big sales or anything, so I don't think I will have made anything close to what I did at ChibiCon, which kind of sucks, but I kind of expected it. ChibiCon was the best event I've ever done by like miles. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down for a bit. I had a little walk around. It's very quiet now. I think that's probably like the busy period is over. It's about 2. Yeah, it's like 2:15, so we still have like 2 hours left. It could pick back up again. I don't know if there's like something on right now. It's like, because I think a lot of people, when I walk past, a lot of people were in the cafe as well, so that could be. Right, as I said that, someone came over, but I forgot what I was saying now. It's 2 o'clock. It might get busy again. I don't know if like when I went downstairs there were a lot of people at like eating and stuff in the cafe, so maybe that's where they've all gone for like food and everything. I don't know, but it's very quiet right now. I just had a little wander. I ended up getting, I bought a couple things because I wanted some like figurines since I've got my own house now. So I got this little Mitsuri little like cat thing, and then I got Yor as well because I love them both so much. They're like my favorite characters in those shows. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill that for now. My feet are really hurting. I'm getting very tired now. So I was actually talking to someone else like in the convention, and he was basically saying like, and he said like he's also had
like a lot of sales, but very small sales, which is what I think I said to you guys a while ago, was that the sales that I'm getting are just not like big sales. I'm not selling like tumblers. I'm kind of glad I marked things down now, because everyone else seems to be saying that people just aren't spending a lot of money, or like just aren't buying the expensive stuff this time around. There's like a lot of kids here as well, so that's probably why. But yeah, so hearing that from someone else helps, because it's like just confirms like, yeah, people are just keeping, I mean, you know, inflation and stuff, times are still very hard, so it makes sense. But it would be nice to sell a couple of tumblers and stuff just to push my profits up a little bit, but it's just not always possible. So people are still buying a lot of things. Like my tote bags and mugs have been selling very well because they're really cheap. So I'm actually kind of glad that I marked them down, because I genuinely don't think I would have made enough money without them. So I'm glad that I made that decision, because I almost didn't. I've honestly gotten rid of most of my tote bags now, which is amazing, because that's what I wanted. And I've also probably made more than I would have if I kept them like the same price. So I'm pretty happy about that. So it's like the last hour now. I haven't sold anything for a while, so I think what I'm actually going to do is, I'm not going to pack up because we're not allowed to pack up till 4, but I'm just going to like get my suitcase more organized and stuff ready for packing up, because I don't really want to like, I kind of want to get away quite fast because I'm very tired, and I think my mum has as well. So I'm just going to get it kind of cleaned up back here, since there's no one here. Like everyone's pretty much left now. It sounds really busy, it's not. There's like no one here. So yeah, I'm just gonna get cleaned up. I'm not sure how this one went. I'd have to calculate it all up first. I don't think I've made like loads, but I don't think it's gonna be like disappointing either in terms of profit, but we'll see how it is. It's like 11. I woke up quite a few hours ago, but I put all of my stock away again from like yesterday. So that's how I spent my morning. Got home not like too late, because it was such a small table. It was very quick and easy to pack up. We packed up in like 10 minutes. It was insane. However, one thing I need to do is I need to calculate how much I made from the convention, because I still haven't done that. I came home, me and Jack, we played Minecraft until I fell asleep, and I fell asleep very early. I was so tired. Today, not planning on getting ready, so this is what we're dealing with. But I do want to find out how much I made. I'm not sure how much I made at all. I don't think it's like record-breaking profits or anything, because a lot of it was very small stuff. However, I did sell quite a few keychains, which are like £7, so like I was talking to some of the other people who were selling there, and they were all saying that they were buying like just small items. Like they weren't buying like the big items, like the 20-30 pound items. They were all buying like £5-10 items, which makes me really glad that I marked down my convention tote bags and my mugs that I wanted to get rid of as well, because I did actually end up selling quite a few mugs and tote bags. My tote bags were a pretty good hit, and they never usually are, so that's cool. Obviously I think they were quite a big hit because they were so cheap. Like some people were quite shocked that they were only £5. Obviously I wouldn't sell them for that price again, just because I was trying to get rid of them, because I don't really plan on, I want to do more convention products for next year, but I kind of wanted to clear out because I haven't got a convention planned for this foreseeable future. So I was kind of like, don't want these things just sitting around my house. Overall, it was a very good day. I had a queue at my stall 3 times. To put that into perspective, I don't think I've ever had a queue at my stall ever. So that was awesome. That was very nice. Really enjoyed that. My £1 bin again was also another thing that was very successful at this convention, again because I think people just weren't really spending money. A lot of people were paying with cash, and I have never had that. Like I brought a lot of change as well, and I almost ran out of change completely, because people don't usually spend it, like people don't usually pay with cash anymore. I think I only used my card reader a couple of times, which is insane, because usually it's the other way around, where people only pay with cash a couple of times out of the day. I think again that's another thing that kind of solidifies that people just weren't there to spend a lot of money this time around, because people were paying with cash. I think people probably have taken cash out and just been like, this is what I'm going to spend and that's it. Fair play, because you know, I'd probably do the same if I was going to a convention, because I have no willpower. I did have a bad morning, as you guys saw, you guys witnessed that. It wasn't a great start, which I wasn't, you know, too happy with. It could have been better, but a lot of it was my fault. Although the table being a small size, my mum said she talked to a few people when she walked around, and I also heard a few people say that they were really shocked at how small the tables were. When I pay for tables at markets and conventions, I always get my measuring tape and measure it out to make sure it's a good size, because obviously if it's too small I might need an extra table. I knew it was going to be smaller than what the average market size table is. This was the smallest table I've ever had, so it put me in a little bit of a bad mood, just because I was kind of like, I don't know how I'm gonna have this work, and I was a little bit upset because I don't know if that maybe held me back a little bit as well in terms of getting more sales, because my tumblers didn't sell a single one. They were pushed to the back in a corner because that's the only space I had, so that kind of sucked. Okay, I'm almost finished. I sold a lot of bookmarks. I don't think I quite realized when I was at the market stall yesterday how many bookmarks I'd sold. My bookmarks haven't done well for quite a while, so that was nice. I finished the calculation. I've had my thumb over the number, so I don't actually know how much this is going to be. Again, don't think it's record breaking. It's not going to be like 300 or anything, but let's just see. £143. That is better than what happened last time at my other market stall. I made 120, I think it was, and I paid £8 for the table, so I've made almost £100 profit, I say, but obviously that doesn't factor in like petrol costs and also the costs and time and labor and all that stuff it takes me to make these products. So did I actually profit from this convention? Probably not. It does suck a little bit. I said at the beginning of the vlog that I got told by one of the staff they were expecting like 1,200 people. Do I think that many people showed up? No. Not at all. I do not think that many people showed up. I'd estimate maybe it was around 600-700 if I'm being honest. I don't think it was 1,200. Like I said, it probably would have been a better day if people were buying the more expensive stuff. If I hadn't have marked my tote bags down, maybe I would have made more, but I'm also kind of convinced that they wouldn't have sold at all if I had marked them, if I had kept them the original price. Would I say this is a success? I wouldn't say I'm that happy about it. If you guys remember last year, if you're new here as well, I did market stalls like every single weekend last year, and I was making like £100 in profit this time last year. Ish. Like, I say profit, I paid like £20-30 for a table, then made £100 at these market stalls, and I just found it like wasn't enough for me anymore. I was spending a lot of time and energy into these events that I wasn't getting a lot out of, and I decided to do conventions because I thought that would fit my target audience a little bit more. So far, Comic-Cons haven't been great. I would potentially try them again, but I don't know why. Every time I go to an event, people will talk about how, like, people were saying the York one was really great and the Birmingham one's amazing, and I'm just like, this is kind of why next year, one of my goals when doing market stalls and conventions is to actually go further afield. I want to go to London and do the big conventions that are like full weekend long conventions, even if I've got to pay for like petrol, trains, like hotels. I'd rather do that than spend all day at a market, like, or at a market or convention, and like not even really make any profit from it. I would rather just really go for the bigger ones. I've done 3 conventions so far for my business, and I've only really been super happy with one of them. The other 2 are both Comic-Cons, both the same company. This one was definitely better, but it wasn't amazing. I think I'd probably avoid Comic-Cons unless they were like the big ones. I did try. I've applied to a couple of bigger ones and they've all rejected me for whatever reason. I just can't seem to get into the bigger Comic-Cons just yet. I don't know what it is, but I'm not taking it to heart. I'm gonna be working on my stock a lot more over the coming 6 months to a year anyway, but I will still be looking for big events and big market stalls to do around the UK, which is why I got a car recently, because I'm kind of sick and tired. It sounds a bit awful because a year ago I would have been so happy to see £143 coming in. This year, seeing that number, I'm kind of just like, it's not impressing me, you know. I feel like it doesn't feel worth it in a way, you know. Like, that will just go back into my business. That isn't even profit for me. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing these smaller numbers. I'm using quotation marks because I know £133 isn't a small number for a lot of people, but for me at this point in my business, £134 for an entire day of doing an event is a small number at this point. I want to get to the point where an average day for me looks like £200 to £300. Obviously, that's not going to be the case for every event I do. Even if I do the big events, I'm not guaranteed to see those numbers, but that's what I would like to see. And I'm just not seeing that with the kind of events I'm doing right now, because I'm only really getting into the smaller events. Like SunnyCon has been a nightmare to get into. It feels just impossible unless you've already done it. And I've tried to get to SunnyCon a few times now, which is like the big one in the Northeast. It's like an anime convention. Overall, not like massively disappointed because it was busy. It was much better than last time at least, which makes me a little happier. But is it super impressive either? Not really. Would I do these Unleashed Comic-Cons again? I don't know. I don't really know if it's my target audience, to be honest with you. If you guys have any events or conventions in the UK that you'd like to suggest to me that you think would be a good fit for me in my business, then please let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!